She bought a cat I was severely allergic to and said, "You'll get used to it." I replied, "I'm sure I will." Then I moved into a 5-star hotel. She begged me to come home after I emailed her the bill for the first week. I, 32 male, have been with Brielle, 28, for about 4 years. We've lived together for 2. And she's known about my severe cat allergy since our second date, when we had to leave a restaurant early because the couple next to us had cat hair all over their clothes. It's not a mild, "oh, I get sniffly" allergy. It's a throat-closing, hives everywhere, need an EpiPen allergy. I carry 2 EpiPens at all times. My allergy specialist has me on 3 different medications just to handle incidental exposure. This isn't a preference or dislike. It's a medical condition that could literally kill me. Brielle has always said she understood. When friends would share cute cat videos, she'd joke, "Can't get one of those, they'd murder my boyfriend." We even had to decline certain apartment viewings because the previous tenants had cats. She seemed totally on board with our cat-free life. That changed last Monday. I came home from work to find Brielle sitting on the couch with a carrier next to her. Before I could even ask, I started feeling it. That familiar tingle in my throat, the itch in my eyes. "Surprise," she said, opening the carrier. Out walked a massive Persian cat, shedding everywhere. I immediately backed toward the door, fumbling for my medication. What is that?" "This is Princess Whiskers. Isn't she beautiful?" "Brielle, you know I'm allergic, like, deathly allergic." She rolled her eyes, actually rolled her eyes. "You're being dramatic. It's just a cat. You'll get used to it." "Get used to it?" "I'm allergic. This isn't about getting used to anything. My therapist says I need an emotional support animal. Princess Whiskers is registered and everything." This was the first I'd heard about any of this. Brielle had started therapy 6 months ago for general anxiety, which I'd been super supportive of. But an emotional support animal was never mentioned. And she specifically needed the one thing that could hospitalize me. "We need to talk about this," I said, staying by the door. "The cat has to go." "She's not going anywhere. This is her home now. You'll adjust. Maybe get some stronger allergy pills." "Stronger pills? Brielle, I'm already on the maximum dose of everything." "We'll figure it out. I need Princess Whiskers for my mental health." "Are you saying your comfort is more important than my mental health?" I stared at her. My throat was already tightening. My eyes were watering. And she was trying to make me the bad guy? "I'm saying my ability to breathe is pretty important, yeah." She scooped up the cat and cuddled it. "You're being selfish. Dr. Keaton said you might react this way." "Your therapist told you I'd react badly to you bringing home something I'm deathly allergic to?" What a revelation. "Don't be sarcastic. This is serious." "You're right, it is serious, which is why I'm leaving." I grabbed my work bag, my laptop, and headed for the door. "Where are you going?" she called after me. "To figure things out," I said. "I'm sure I'll get used to it." I checked into the Grand Meridian downtown. Yeah, the 5-star one with the spa and the $400 night rooms. Was it petty? Maybe. Was I already paying 80% of our rent while Brielle pursued her art? She'd sold 2 paintings in 2 years? Absolutely. The first night, I just focused on breathing normally again, took a long shower to get any lingering cat dander off, ordered room service, slept in a bed that didn't make me wheeze. Tuesday morning, I emailed Brielle. "Hi Bri, as discussed, I'll be staying elsewhere until the air quality in our apartment is safe for me. I'm sure you understand, given your concern for health issues. Also, since I'm maintaining my portion of our apartment expenses while living elsewhere due to your decision, I'll need you to cover my hotel costs. It's only fair. Current charges, $400 Monday night, plus $50 parking, plus $80 room service, equal $530. I'll send weekly invoices. Thanks for understanding. Devin." The response was immediate. "Are you insane? You're not seriously asking me to pay for a luxury hotel. Get back here now. This is manipulation." "Fine, stay there. See if I care." I didn't respond, just enjoyed my complimentary breakfast and went to work. Update 1. So the hotel life is actually pretty nice. Housekeeping every day, great gym, no cat hair anywhere, my breathing is back to normal, no hives, haven't needed emergency medication once. Amazing what not being in anaphylactic shock does for your mood. Brielle, however, is losing her mind. Wednesday she tried a new approach. The guilt text started. Princess Whiskers misses you. She keeps looking at your side of the bed. Don't you care about my mental health at all? Dr. Keaton says you're exhibiting controlling behavior. That last one made me laugh. I'm controlling because I left? Because I won't live with something that could kill me? Make it make sense. Thursday, she switched to threats. If you don't come home by tonight, I'm changing the locks. That's illegal. I'm on the lease and still paying rent, but go ahead, I'll just call the landlord. I hate when you use logic against me. I hate when I can't breathe, but here we are. Friday was when things got interesting. She called my mom. Now, my mom is not someone you want to mess with. She's a retired ER nurse who's seen me in the hospital multiple times due to allergic reactions. She does not play about my allergies. Mom called me. Devin, why is your girlfriend crying to me about you abandoning her? She got a cat, Mom. She what? Said I'd get used to it. Put me on speaker. I want to talk to her, Mom. She's not here. I'm at a hotel. Good. Text me her number. Mom, no. Devin Michael, text me her number right now. I did. The aftermath was glorious. Brielle sent me screenshots of their text exchange, thinking I'd take her side. Mom, this is Devin's mother. I understand you got a cat despite his life-threatening allergy? It's not life-threatening. He's being dramatic. I've personally driven him to the ER 7 times for allergic reactions. 3 required intubation. What medical school did you attend to override his allergist's diagnosis? I have mental health needs. So see a therapist. Oh wait, you do. Did they specifically prescribe a cat? Or did they say pet, and you chose the one thing that could kill your boyfriend? You don't understand. I understand perfectly. You're selfish. Stay away from my son until you get rid of that cat. Brielle was furious. She demanded I control my mother. I pointed out that, unlike her, I don't control people. I just remove myself from dangerous situations. Saturday morning, I sent the weekly invoice. Hotel, $400 by 6 nights equals $2,400. Parking, 50 by 6, 300 meals, $480. Laundry service, $60. Total, $3,204. The email response was immediate. Devin, this is insane. I don't have $3,000. You know I don't have that kind of money. I replied, that's unfortunate. Maybe Princess Whiskers can contribute? I hear emotional support animals are very understanding about financial obligations. She called me 47 times. I didn't answer. I was at the hotel spa getting a massage. The allergic stress had really done a number on my shoulders. But here's where it gets really good. Sunday, I get a call from our landlord, Mr. Peterson. Devin, I need to talk to you about your apartment. My heart sank. Had she actually changed the locks? Your girlfriend called saying you abandoned the property and she needs your name off the lease. Mr. Peterson, I'm at a hotel because she got a cat despite my severe allergies. I have medical documentation. I'm still paying rent. She got a what? A cat? Your lease specifically says no pets without written approval. Did you submit a pet application? Oh, I'd completely forgotten about that clause. No, we didn't. She brought it home Monday without telling me. I see. Well, that's a lease violation. I'll be sending a notice to cure or quit. She has 3 days to remove the animal or face eviction proceedings. Mr. Peterson, I don't want to cause problems. Devin, you're not causing problems. Lease violations cause problems. Illegally housing animals causes problems. Your girlfriend lying to me causes problems. I'll handle this. I didn't tell Brielle about the call. Figured she'd find out soon enough. Update 2 Monday morning. Brielle called me screaming. Actually screaming. I had to hold the phone away from my ear. You called the landlord? You tried to get me evicted? I didn't call anyone. Mr. Peterson called me after you tried to remove me from the lease. He's giving me 3 days to get rid of Princess Whiskers. That's unfortunate. Maybe your therapist can write a letter? I tried. He said emotional support animals still need landlord approval. This is your fault. My fault? How is your lease violation my fault? If you just come home like a normal person. If you hadn't brought home an animal that could kill me. She hung up. Tuesday, things escalated. I got a call from my credit card company about suspicious charges. Someone had tried to use my card to pay for a $3,240 hotel bill. The charge was declined because they didn't have the CVV code. I knew exactly who it was. Time to check my apartment's security camera app. Yeah, we have a Ring doorbell. I pay for it, so the account's in my name. Sure enough, there's footage of Brielle going through my desk Monday night, taking photos of papers. She must have found an old credit card statement and tried to use the number. That's credit card fraud, actual legitimate fraud. I downloaded the footage and called my lawyer friend Amit. She tried to use your credit card without permission? Yep, have it on video. That's a felony, Devin. I know. What do you want to do? Let me see how this plays out first. But can you write up a scary letter? Something about how I have evidence of attempted fraud and will pursue charges if necessary? Oh, I can definitely do that. Wednesday, eviction deadline day. Brielle had spent 2 days trying everything, called my work saying I was having a mental health crisis and needed time off. HR called me confused, told our mutual friends I was financially abusing her. Posted on social media about narcissistic partners who weaponize their health conditions. Created a GoFundMe for escaping financial abuse. It raised $45, all from her mom. That afternoon, I'm at work when I get a text. Brielle, I got rid of the cat. Happy now? Me, is it actually gone or just at your friend's place? It's gone. Returned to the shelter. Thank you for prioritizing our living situation. So you're coming home? After you attempted credit card fraud? No. What? Check your email. Amit had sent the letter. It was beautiful, full of legal terms, references to specific statutes, and a very clear threat of prosecution with video evidence. My phone immediately exploded. How dare you threaten me? I was desperate. You abandoned me. I had to get rid of Princess Whiskers because of you. You had to get rid of Princess Whiskers because you violated the lease. You committed fraud because you're entitled. These are your choices. Come home and we can work this out. No thanks, I'm comfortable here. Thursday, she tried a new approach. She showed up at my hotel. Security called up to my room. Mr. Devin, there's a woman here claiming to be your wife. She says it's an emergency. I'm not married. Please don't let her up. Of course, sir. Would you like us to have her removed from the property? Only if she won't leave on her own. I watched from my window as security escorted her out. She was carrying a box, probably more fake belongings like her previous stunts. Friday, the real consequences hit. Mr. Peterson called again. Devin, I wanted to update you. Your girlfriend has not provided proof that the cat was removed. She sent photos of an empty apartment, but my maintenance guy saw cat supplies through the window during routine grounds inspection. So she lied? Appears so. I'm starting eviction proceedings. As you're on the lease, you have options. You can remain as sole tenant if you qualify financially, or you can both terminate the lease without penalty due to her violations. I thought about it. The apartment was nice, but living there after all this? No thanks. I'll take the termination option. Understood. You have 30 days. I'll email the paperwork. I forwarded the email to Brielle with one line. Congratulations. You played yourself. The calls started immediately. I didn't answer. But I did check the security footage later. She'd brought the cat back Wednesday night. Less than 12 hours after claiming she'd returned it to the shelter, she really thought she could outsmart everyone. Saturday morning, I set my final hotel invoice. 2 weeks at the Grand Meridian, $6,480. Additional charges, meals, services, etc., $1,120. Uber rides since my car was at the apartment. $340 therapy session to deal with attempted murder by cat, $200. Total, $8,140. Subject line, final invoice, consider this my 30-day notice. Then I started apartment hunting. Final update, it's been a month since Princess Whiskers entered and exited my life, and wow, what a month. First, the eviction. Brielle fought it hard, claimed discrimination, medical necessity, even tried saying I'd planted the cat to frame her. The judge shut that down fast when Mr. Peterson provided security footage of her bringing the cat back after claiming she'd returned it. The original lease with the pet clause highlighted. My medical records showing cat allergy severity. Her text admitting she knew about my allergy but thought I'd get used to it. She was given 7 days to vacate. Property management even waived the pet deposit fine in exchange for her leaving without destroying anything. During those 7 days, she tried everything. Day 1, begged me to come back and take over the lease. We can work this out. I'll get allergy shots. That's not how allergies work. Day 2. Threatened to expose my abuse to my employer. When asked for specifics, she cited financial manipulation, aka not paying for her hotel fraud. Day 3. Actually called my HR department. They contacted me very confused about why my ex was reporting that I stayed in a hotel. They put her on the do not engage list. Day 4. Sent her brother Terry to talk sense into me. Terry took one look at my medical records, called her an idiot, and left. Day 5. Posted a TikTok about escaping a narcissist that got 47 views and 3 comments, all calling her out for endangering someone with allergies. Day 6. Left 17 voicemails, alternating between sobbing apologies and furious threats. My favorite was, "You'll never find anyone who loves you like I do. Promise?" Day 7. Moving day. I hired movers to get my stuff while she was at work. Paid extra for them to pack everything so I wouldn't have to enter the apartment. Best $500 I ever spent. But here's where it gets interesting. Remember how she pursued her art? Well, turns out she'd been pursuing more than that. The movers found men's clothing that wasn't mine in the closet, a watch I didn't recognize on my nightstand, and prescription medication with a name I'd never heard of in the bathroom. I texted her, "Who's Brandon?" Radio silence for hours. Then, "How dare you go through my things?" The movers found his stuff. Who is he? Nobody. A friend. A friend who keeps clothes and medication at your place. We're not together anymore, so it doesn't matter. There it was. The real reason for the sudden emotional support animal. She was setting up to move Brandon in and needed me out. The cat wasn't for anxiety. It was a eviction tool. She knew I'd have to leave. She just didn't count on the lease having a no pet clause, me being able to afford a hotel, credit card fraud being an actual crime. Landlords not appreciating being lied to. Brandon, by the way, is apparently allergic to cats too. She found this out after getting Princess Whiskers. According to her brother, who reached out to apologize for her, Brandon dumped her when he found out she'd brought a cat home to get rid of her boyfriend. So now Brielle is evicted, single, twice over. Stuck with a cat she never actually wanted, living with her parents who are also allergic, being sued by the apartment complex for the deep cleaning required. On a do not rent list for lying to landlords, paying off credit card debt from her shopping sprees, unable to use me as a reference for new places. Meanwhile, I found a great new apartment with a strict no pets policy, got a promotion at work. Turns out being able to breathe improves job performance. Started dating someone who has a dog, which I'm only mildly allergic to, and she's actually considerate about it. Have a funny story about the time I lived in a luxury hotel for 2 weeks. Learned to trust my gut about red flags. Last week, Brielle sent one final text. "I hope you're happy. You ruined my life over a cat." I didn't respond, but I did laugh. She ruined her own life by endangering my health, violating a lease, committing fraud, lying to everyone, cheating, emotionally at minimum. Assuming I'd just roll over and take it. All I did was protect myself and let her face the consequences of her own choices. The hotel sent me a loyalty rewards card, platinum status from one stay. I keep it in my wallet as a reminder. Sometimes the best response to someone trying to force you out is to leave on your own terms, in style. Oh, and Princess Whiskers. She was returned to the shelter and quickly adopted by a nice family who actually wanted her. So at least someone got a happy ending.